In your opinion, what is an album with no bad songs? Rumors, Fleetwood Mac. Songs in the Key of Life, Stevie Wonder, I Wish, Sir Duke, Black Man, Isn't She Lovely, Knocks Me Off My Feet, As, My Fave, Ordinary Pain, Joy Inside My Tears. Miles Davis, Kind of Blue, This Is, Emo, A Perfect Album. Daft Punk Discovery. Stop Making Sense, Talking Heads. Ziggy Stardust Edit, thanks for all the upvotes and awards. One of my best friends turned me onto this album many years ago. It will always be one of my favorites. An absolute masterpiece. Moonage Daydream is my favorite off the album. Guitar riff, I'm an alligator. I'm a mama papa comin' for you. I'm the space invader. I'll be a rockin' rollin' bitch for you. Keep your mouth shut. You're squawking like a pink monkey bird, busted up my brains for the words to this for years. Keep your electric eye on me, babe. Put your ray gun to my head. Disintegration by The Cure. Led Zeppelin 4. I'm a 3 gal myself, but 4 is also all bangers. 36 Chambers, Wu-Tang Clan. Artists come and go, but Wu-Tang is forever. Wish You Were Here, Pink Floyd. A lot of Pink Floyd albums belong in this list, really. In my teens, my favorite was The Wall. In my college years 20s, it was Dark Side of the Moon. In my 30s, it was Wish You Were Here. Now in my 40s, it's Animals. Studio album, Pink Floyd, The Dark Side of the Moon. Live album, Nirvana Unplugged in New York. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath. Black Sabbath by Black Sabbath off their self-titled album, Black Sabbath. Don't You Love That? Time Out, the Dave Brubeck Quartet first jazz album to reach 1 meter sales, also first jazz single, Time Out, to reach the same milestone. Wow, thanks for all the love, everyone. My father was a big jazz fan and was from that era. He had some Brubeck records and I'm starting my own collection in vinyl. I recently got Countdown, Time in Outer Space also. Pixies, Doolittle. Good one. Surfer Rosa 2. There were rumors he was into field hockey players. So I applied, basically. I went out the next day. Everyone was so quiet about it. Deltron 3030. Gorillaz, Demon Days. Is This It by The Strokes? RATM self-titled. Enema. Masterpiece. 'Cause I'm praying for rain, I'm praying for tidal waves, I wanna see the ground give way, I wanna watch it all go down, mom. Please flush it all away, I wanna see it go right in and down, I wanna watch it go right and watch you flush it all away. Learn to Swim. God I Ducking Love Tool. Queens of the Stone Age, Songs for the Deaf. Nas, Illmatic. A Tribe Called Quest, People Instinctive. Tribe's first 3 albums, for sure. If you had to pick one, it'd do Low End Theory. Massive Attack, Mezzanine. There's honestly so many others I could list, but you did only ask for one. Edit, to everybody that recommended Tricky, thank you. I checked out 2 of his albums already, Pre-Millennium Tension and Max and K, and I'm definitely a fan already. Violator by Depeche Mode. Perfect from start to finish. Hybrid Theory. Pearl Jam, 10. Graceland. Paul Simon. This was the album my mom played constantly when I was a kid. My name is Allie and she used to sing You Can Call Me Al to me all the time. Love that album with all of my heart. Oh Brother Where Art Thou soundtrack Ebe, 3EB. Mad Villainy, MF Doom Madlib, edit, failed to mention Madlib originally. Can't Be Sleeping on the Legend himself. Wildflowers by Tom Petty. I'm glad so many people love this, and thanks for the award. My brother played me this album when I was about 11 and I instantly loved it. To this day it's my absolute favorite and even my kids love it too. Dirt Alice in Chains. Jar of Flies also. maybe all of AIC's discography. Pretty Hate Machine 9-inch Nails Edit, thank you for the awards. Downward Spiral. Siamese Dream, Smashing Pumpkins. Deloused in the Comatorium. Am late to this party so this will get buried, but The Prodigy's The Fat of the Land is one of the seminal electronic albums of the British canon and set the tone for an entire generation of big beat producers. Firestarter, Breathe, Smack My Bitch Up, Minefields, every single track was a booming, pulsing anthem to anarchy that immediately grabbed you by the shoulders and shook you awake. Liam Howlett's knifey synths and pounding basses filled you with an aggressive energy impossible to ignore. Keith Flint's punchy vocals gave you permission, ordered you, sometimes, to smash shit up and take no prisoners. Tfote was an enduring force of nature like no big beat album before it, completely changing the landscape of electronic music. Even now, some 25 years later, you'd be hard-pressed to find many people who wouldn't immediately recognize Firestarter's iconic opening riff or be able to reel off Smack My Bitch Up's controversial lyrics. Anyway, if it's been a while since you heard it, or if by some terrible confluence of events you've never heard it, do yourself a favor and fire up Spotify now, you won't regret it. Brothers in Arms by Dire Straits. Dire Straits by Dire Straits. I will go to my grave believing that Sultans of Swing is one of the 105 best songs ever written. It's just so goddamn cool and well put together. Rubber Soul. I love that album, but I will raise you Revolver. It starts off in typical, prime Fab 4 poppy fanfare, slowly getting further out there, experimenting with tape loops, mellotron sounds and orchestration. By the time you get to the final track, Tomorrow Never Knows, it's like the boys and George Martin are priming the world for the Sgt. Pepper bomb that they dropped the following year, forever changing the landscape of contemporary music. The perfect transitional album. In Rainbow's Radiohead. Funkadelic, Maggot Brain. Mother Earth is pregnant for the third time. For Y'all Have Knocked Her Up. The Miseducation of Lauryn Hill. Supertramp, Breakfast in America. Deftones, White Pony. Harvest, Neil Young. Ride the Lightning. Mastodon, Crack the Sky. The Downward Spiral. Sports by Huey Lewis and the News. Their early work was a little too new wave for my taste. But when Sports came out in '83, I think they really came into their own, commercially and artistically. The whole album has a clear, crisp sound, and a new sheen of consummate professionalism that really gives the songs a big boost. He's been compared to Elvis Costello, but I think Huey has a far more bitter, cynical sense of humor. I have to return some videotapes. Marvin Gaye's, What's Going On? The Beach Boys' Pet Sounds. I'm not always in the mood for every song, but I think every song is brilliant. I just recently got into them and am a bit obsessed with this album at the moment. Buena Vista Social Club. Purple Rain. 3 Cheers for Sweet Revenge. A Fever You Can't Sweat Out. Even the Piano Intermission. Transatlanticism, Death Cab for Cutie. Wolfgang Amadeus Phoenix. It Isn't Something I Listen to Frequently Anymore, but For Emma, Forever Ago by Bon Iver is a 1010 album, start to finish. Bleed American by Jimmy Eat World and Keeping Secrets of Silent Earth 3 by Coheed Cambria. The Eminem Show. Taylor Swift, Red. Minus the Bear, Omni. From Here to Infirmary, Alkaline Trio Problematic, All 1984, Van Halen. Bat Out of Hell, Meat Loaf. My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy. In Rainbows, Radiohead. Purple, Stone Temple Pilots. Die Lit. Any System of a Down album. Demon Days, Gorillaz. A lot of Gorillaz albums are good AF.